Hello, I'm Dr. Ben Voth, Director of Debate and Speech Programs at Southern Methodist University and also Professor of Rhetoric. I'm here on behalf of the Calvin Coolidge Presidential Foundation to provide a 5-minute review of how to judge. So our fundamental goal in doing the Coolidge debates is to encourage students to debate. And so you as a judge are a really important part of helping to make high school students feel welcome and wanting to do this very important educational activity. There's a lot of history to this. President Coolidge was himself inspired by debate at Amherst College. He wrote to his father to talk about what a transformative experience it was for him. And we believe that same thing can happen through your role as a judge at the foundation. And we've been doing this since 2012, and you're a very important part of accomplishing the foundation's mission with high school students. There are 3 values that we're trying to embody through this instructional process. One is we want students to use words constructively. Second, we want students to use word economy, to be aware that there are time limits and they need to choose the words carefully, like Calvin Coolidge did. And then finally, we want them to talk about the topic at hand. There'll usually be an economic resolution that they're debating about, and we want them to focus on that. All of this is embodied in some of Coolidge's own writings, where he wrote in his autobiography in 1929, "The words of the president have an enormous weight and ought not be used indiscriminately." And so we want you to help through the judging process to teach those values. So let's take a look at a ballot. And again, this ballot that you're looking at is just a hypothetical ballot. And there are basic ingredients that you're going to follow, but this is approximately what it's going to look like. You're going to assign speaker points on a scale of 20 to 30 points. You're going to indicate a decision by circling either the affirmative or the negative. And you're also going to write at the bottom of the blank portion of the ballot that you don't see there, a 2 or 3 sentence explanation about why you voted the way that you did. So again, just to review, you're going to provide speaker points about the style on a scale of 1 to 30, typically 20 to 30 points, and 30 would represent the ideal, like that of our 30th president, Calvin Coolidge. You're going to circle a decision, affirmative or negative, and then you're going to write a reason for your decision at the bottom of the ballot. And you can write a few other things as well, but we would like to get your ballot in a timely manner. Some things that you should think about in terms of what we want you to do. We want you to recognize that you are the judge that we want. We want regular public people to judge debates. We're not looking actually for people like me, debate specialists, people who've done debate their entire lives. We're looking for regular Americans to join us in an educational process where students adapt themselves to your point of view and background. But we also want you in the second value to approach the debate in what we call the tabula rasa fashion, which is Latin for blank slate. You need to not impose any preconceived notions about the debate, no prior prejudices. Simply judge the debate on what you hear and the arguments that the students make, not ones that you think they could have made hypothetically. And then finally, I want you to balance kind of that basic issue of style and substance. There's always, delivery that can be improved, and there's always the substantive words that can be improved. And we want to think about both of those. This is a look at the one-on-one format that most of you will judge. You can see that there's 8 elements and that each debater is allowed 5 minutes of preparation time. You don't have to memorize this. We will have guide sheets that help you. The students know about these time limits and they will enforce those. So you don't have to run a timer, but just for your information, these are the times that they'll be fulfilling in front of you. Be aware that the foundation emphasizes economic issues, and you should be looking for analysis that focuses on economic issues and also upon the important history and biography of President Calvin Coolidge himself. Students who emphasize those 2 values should be rewarded by the nature of your judging. So I hope this quick 5-minute video was helpful. Oftentimes I'm at tournaments there to help you and can provide a more in-depth analysis, but this is a introductory video. If you have questions based on this video, you can feel free to email me at bvoth@smu.edu. But we are so delighted that you're willing to consider being a judge and hope that this video is an important step toward being effective in that role. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have further questions, and thanks for joining us this important educational mission.